Hey guys, how's it going? It is a late day in the garden. I should have been out here a few hours ago, but I had some things I had to do. So we're getting out into the garden midday, which is kind of my least favorite time to get into the garden, mostly for filming purposes, because the lighting looks like that. It's not great. Anyways, my plan today is just kind of like some maintenance things that I've got to do. I desperately need to stake up my dahlias. They're getting huge and I want to get on them before they get too huge and it's impossible to stake them up. I would also like to do something with a decent amount of this today. Start getting some things in better placing because now we can't walk in our walkway because there's a lot of stuff going on. So I would like to deal with that. Oh, do you like my little umbrella? Okay, I was actually going to show you guys this, and so this is how I film, is on a tripod, right? It gets so hot here that I have to get an umbrella for my camera because my camera overheats and shuts down after about 10 minutes of filming in the sun. So I now have this nifty little umbrella to protect my camera from overheating. Anyways, that's filming outside when it's 100 degrees. The plan today is just do some minor cleanup, stake up the dahlias, and I'm going to be using the plant stand things that Brent and I had built. I'm also going to be using a little bit of bamboo to stake them up. And then I had one other thing on my list, and it's long gone. Okay, well, let me turn the camera around, show you guys what I'm going to use to stake up the dahlias, and then we can start working on cleaning this mess up. So the reason that it's a mess over here, if you haven't seen it, we are getting a greenhouse, and I'm so excited. It is going to go where these bamboo stakes are right here. So that's going to be the front of it, and it's going to go back to where that one's fallen and to where that one has fallen. Very, very excited about it. And then we will have a little hidden garden kind of behind the greenhouse, which I'm really excited about. It's going to be so sweet to have a little hidden garden, but I've had to take everything out of this area. So I need to do some cleanup. We had the chicken coop. We decided to get rid of the chickens. They've been rehomed. And now the garden feels absolutely massive back here. I didn't quite realize how much space that was taking up. So it feels so nice. I'm thinking I would like to add another tree back here at some point. Not anytime soon. We have to take this fence down for the guys to be able to get equipment in so we can work on foundation and all of that. We will be having water and electrical inside the greenhouse. You can see we have water and electrical already ran nearby in preps for the greenhouse. But I've got to take care of this mess here. I don't exactly know where everything is going. These we're going to take out to the street and we're going to put a free sign on them. If somebody wants the free raised garden beds, they're more than welcome to take them. These right here are the trellises that I'm going to be using. Brent and I had built them. They are not sturdy and they were kind of our biggest fail project. They're 3 different sizes, 3 different heights, 3 different square sizes. It is what it is, but I do want to put them where the dahlias are at now, so that way the dahlias can grow up through them and it's not an issue. I kind of wish that I had painted them white, but I don't know if I have the time or mental capacity to do that before the dahlias get too big. Oh my goodness, hold on. There are a couple birds on the fountain and they're the most beautiful little yellow color, and I was trying to get a glimpse of them, and then the second that I turned the camera to where they were at, long gone. It's all right. The wildlife that we have here, especially with the sound of the water, it's been amazing. They've been all over the fountain that we have. It's been so cool to see. And then the Lionheads fountain that we also have, that one is attracting bigger birds. So we get the doves in that one, and then we have a bird bath, and that one gets all of the birds. So it's been really, really fun. I will put a link to our little fountain because I still get questions about it. It's probably been the best purchase that we've made. It was like $200 off of Amazon. Great little fountain. We have it on auto refill. It's plugged into power. It's not solar. I do get that question a lot. Great little fountain though. So anyways, these are the ones that I'm going to be using. I've got 3 of them, and I think I have 3 spots that desperately need dahlias to be staked up. The biggest one is going to go where my biggest clump is, and then I will use this one and this one for smaller clumps. So we'll start with that, and then I guess I will enlist Brent's help to help me put these in the driveway with a little free sign on them. The goal was to also put this one out there, but I think we're going to do that at a later date because we still have to lift it up and all that, and that one's going to be such a pain to move. And technically this one doesn't have to move because the greenhouse isn't going where it's at, but I don't just want just one bed. So it will end up moving at some point. So it'll eventually get moved. Probably as we get closer to when all the guys are going to be coming and helping us with the foundation install. So, oh my God. Did you see them? They're the cutest little pair of yellow birds, and they're here all day long getting water. The other day, the fountain was turned off, and it was so funny. It had its little head. It was like looking down inside the like top where the water comes out, and it was like, hello, flew over to me, flew back to the fountain, put its head back down in the hole, and I was like, got it, loud and clear, I'll turn the fountain on for you. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started now, because I don't want to work on cleanup. We're gonna start with the dahlias. Okay, so I got most of the dahlias staked. So you can see this one right here. I think that's 3 of them in there. And I just put 3 bamboo stakes, and then I can start tying twine around it. So I will create kind of like a grid in there, and it'll help it so they stay upright, stay supported, and they'll still be able to kind of move. Over on this one, I definitely want to paint these white or maybe even some type of green color or something. I don't think I love the brown, but I think white might be a little too stark, so maybe green would be kind of nice. Then they'll disappear with the plants. This one is nice because I'll be able to put all of the plants in it with some of them coming out, and it'll just kind of like fill out. I'm expecting this one to at least reach to mid to the top. So big dahlias there. The birds are screaming at me in the fountains. I did put one of the obelisk there, and I've got 2 dahlias in there. And then I put 3 bamboo stakes there. I put 1 single bamboo stake on that one, and on that one, because those are all one individual plant. And so I'll just tie the one plant to the bamboo stake. The stakes look really tall and really out of place right now, but they will disappear. This one I may come in and hack down, and same with this one and that one right there. I might hack them down just a little bit. The most support that it really needs is going to be down low and towards the middle. It's not going to need so much support up tall, so I'm not too worried about it. I do have one, I ran out of bamboo stakes, but I've got 1 stake on that dahlia right there. It's a teeny tiny little stake, so eventually I'll replace that one, but it's just nice to start having the structure in place so my dahlias don't flop and snap. Oh, and I forgot, I moved this over here, and I think that looks pretty nice. I was thinking about maybe putting it inside that bed, but then I was thinking, this will be the same height as that. And I mean, I would like the white there. I think it would be really nice and a good contrast on there, but I wasn't sure. So maybe I take it and I put it over on that side, then it's a little bit further away. I don't know, I'm gonna live with it right here for just a little while, a couple days, and then decide if I'm gonna end up moving it back there. So I think next step is gonna be taking this stuff out and putting it out in the driveway for someone to take for free. And I think I'm gonna put the small one out there also. I really don't want 3 of these, I don't think, in the garden. This was so easy to build, but you can see how flimsy they are. So I'm not even sure I wanna keep that in my garden, you know? It's not the most structurally sound. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there for free. If somebody else wants it as a tomato cage or something, more power to them. wondering why everything was getting eaten by slugs, can you guys? It's huge. And there was another one. I don't know where it went. It made a run for it. There were multiple of them. Perfect. We hadn't even finished setting down the last one, and one of the neighbors asked if they could have it, so we just dropped them off at the neighbor's house. So now we are done with the raised beds. Good? So it's extremely weird back here now. The raised beds are gone. I'm so glad they actually went somewhere where they're going to be appreciated. They're literally right next door. As we were taking out the biggest one, the last one, our neighbor was like, "Hey, what are you doing with those?" And I was like, "We're giving them away." She's like, "Put it in my yard." So it worked out so perfectly. I would have been so annoyed if we had taken it off the gorilla cart. And then she's like, "Hey, can you bring it over here?" So it worked out perfectly that it was still on the gorilla cart when she had asked. I think that I'm going to start wrapping it up for today. I've got one more thing I would like to do, which is just pull some lettuce. It was on my list of other things I wanted to do today. I didn't get everything over there done, but it is hot. It's a little too warm, and we cool down next week. So I'm gonna just take it easy in the garden for the next couple days, because we're like, I think 94 right now, and then we're gonna cool down to be like in the like 60s and 70s, and I'm like, hardly ever gonna happen then. So let's go ahead and pull the lettuce, and then I want to show you guys the Foxglove really quick, because they get better and better with each and every single day. So let me show you guys the Foxglove and then the lettuce that I want to pull out. So before I do that, I didn't get rid of this. I did go in with my little brad nailer, and I put nails in it. So all along the sides there are nails now, and it's actually so much more stable. So we're gonna end up keeping that one. I would like to grow one tomato plant, where, I don't know, and that will be so perfect for growing a tomato plant. This is the lettuce that I need to take out. It's got to get out of here. It is all starting to bolt, which is not the vibe we're going for here. I don't want bolted lettuce. So you can see, and now that it's bolting, it's much taller than the Veronica is, and it is coming up to the same height as the Fox, which is not great. Don't love that. So I want to get these guys pulled today. This was like Little Gem or something like that. Cute little lettuce to tuck into the landscape. I originally was going to eat it, but we decided not to, because one of the dogs decided to go to the bathroom in this bed. So we decided not to eat it. I couldn't bring myself to doing that. But back here, look at these Foxglove. Aren't they so gorgeous? So this here is Peach Dalmatian Foxglove. Holy cow, she is so stunning. And I'm in love with Foxglove. It's one of my favorites. Super poisonous to animals. So if your animals eat your plants, this is probably not one for you, but how can you hate that? And bumblebees love Foxglove, by the way. So perfect for bees in the garden. They're just so gorgeous, and the color is perfect up against the black fence right there. It is perfect. So cottagey. Next year I would like to grow more of these. I grew these from seed. Next year I will be growing more, and my plan is to put them scattered in the landscape. I'll do, like these 3 together, and then I'll do another grouping of 3 down the way. And I want repeat plants, and I want lots of repeat plants. This was a big drift of Foxglove. Couldn't be happier, but next year I want these everywhere. right, got the lettuce cleaned up. I also cleaned up the Vitex right here. So this is a Vitex or a chase tree. I love this thing. It smells like Vicks, and I love it. Vicks is like a nostalgia smell to me, and I love that smell. So I love this thing. Brent likes the shape and the blooms and everything about it, but the smell. So it's a beautiful tree. It's actually a shrub. Vitex is it's called the chase tree, but it's normally a shrub. And so you saw that I cleaned up all down below. And basically what I had done was I cleaned up down below, and all of those little shoots had come out because it was trying to turn back into a shrub. I think that the trunks on these, when you can get a multi-trunk, are very interesting. Like, look at that. That's so cool. And this one and that one, so cool. This one is going straight up, but still, I think it's so interesting. So this one right here was coming up, and then it came out, and it came like, it shot straight out like this, and then it came up, and it was filling out this area, so you really couldn't walk out here. So my plan this year, I cut that branch off in winter time, and then I was going to let new shoots come up from it and basically start training some new shoots out of it. So I'm leaving 3 of them, and then I'll just kind of let the strongest one survive. I might even let all 3 of them survive, or maybe 2 of them survive, and have it kind of like V upwards a little bit. But the one that was there, it came out, and then it actually split, and it looked really weird. And then it came up and then out, and it was awful. So I'm very happy that I ended up cutting that back, and now I can see the structure of this thing, and then I can kind of plant some things down below in front of it. They get beautiful, beautiful purple blooms that, this one gets pink blooms. It's pink something Vitex. I can't read the tag that we have down there, but this one gets pink blooms. They're usually a blue bloom. This one's like a pinkish purple color. It's really, really pretty. Bees go crazy for it, and they get quite tall. This is the dwarf variety, and it's pretty big. It's bigger than my neighbor's carport, so it gets tall. This is probably about max height that it's gonna get, and I planted this one maybe 4 years ago. And then I got the lettuce also pulled, and that just feels so much tidier. I would still like to find something to go once that's done. I would like to find something to go down here, and eventually I will be mulching, but nonetheless, it's still so pretty here, and everything feels like it's like really, really coming along. And the Veronica should get some more sunlight, especially these front ones, but Veronica all the way around, and then it drifts, and it kind of tucks around the phlox a little bit, so it kind of does this winding effect. Really, really pretty. And then, of course, we made some progress in here today. My plan was not to remove the bed today. Brent and I decided to remove the bed today. My plan really was to deal with the rest of this mess, but that didn't happen. I am glad that the beds are gone, though. That already alone saves us so much room. This pile of wood is from this bed. That one kind of just fell apart, so yeah. So now we have a pile of wood. But anyways, this is looking so great. We're gonna have equipment coming in, so I'm not gonna tear these down because I'm gonna make the equipment do it, so I don't have to do it. And then we do have a cement slab right there, like a very thin, tiny cement slab. It's probably like this thick at most. I literally poured concrete bags in there because we were dealing with a water issue, and we were dealing with some other issues in the chicken coop, so I poured a cement slab in there, and it worked fabulously. But I just kind of dry poured it. I opened up a bag, poured it, mixed it in place. It worked. It's fine. Ignore our super trashy fence now. When we finish the big project right here, we will fix the fence. We're not going to do any work on the fence because we have to tear it down for equipment to be able to get in here. So if you have missed it, if you haven't seen, we are getting a greenhouse. We were getting a BC greenhouse. I have not talked about the size. I haven't talked about the shape. I haven't talked about any of the features of it. I haven't told you what style we're getting. I am waiting until we get the packages actually showing up for the greenhouse. So I want to kind of take you guys along with me for the journey of it and not just tell you all of it. So I'm trying to keep some secretiveness about this whole project. We'll see how long that lasts. So yes, we are getting a greenhouse. It is going here. The chickens have been rehomed. The garden beds have been rehomed. Plants have been either rehomed or they've been put in different spots in our landscape. And I forgot how large of a space this is back here. That's a big garden space, so I'm really excited about it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It feels like we didn't really get a whole lot done, but we got a decent amount of things done. Anyways, thanks for visiting our garden, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.